I think for the rest of this year, it's what can they do to get to 6 wins. I mean, I think that's the goal. That has to be the goal. And what you do, put yourself and your team in position to get to that bowl game, because I think that's invaluable for younger kids, especially if they get some of these younger guys involved, um, a little bit more involved. Later in this last half of the season. So, um, anyways, it was a good win, a big win confidence wise, just to have something good happen to them. But again, defensively, it's just um, you kind of looked at the game, and you looked at the total points. Obviously, 42 isn't good. The total yardage wasn't just astronomically bad. They only gave up 430 yards of total offense. Um, but still, you give up 42 points, and I know some of those are after they scored after some of the turnovers. But I think the thing that was probably the most frustrating watching this defense today was the fact that they would just give up a very quick and easy score when Oklahoma started to get a little bit of distance on the offensive side of the ball. And so the mental toughness that this team has, particularly on the defensive side of the ball, is not there. Um, so it's a lot of different things, guys. I think it's just built up. I don't know. I mean, frustration is not the word. I think it's just a built up attitude and mentality that this defense has had over the last 3 or 4 years is just you know awful. And so they expect bad things to happen, and their body language is bad. They're just what they're doing. Nothing schematically, I feel is a big deal. Just they're not really necessarily listening to what's being said. So whatever that means, whether that's Roof on the defensive coordinator side, I mean, someone's going to be the scapegoat. I mean, at the end of the day, after this season is over, I would assume that there's some sort of a change on the defensive side of the ball that's made. I mean, I don't come on here really calling for people's jobs, but I think the fact that Oklahoma's worse on defense this year than they were a year ago, with the coaching staff that these guys have on defense, um, was really unfortunate. To see where they've at. I mean, I think this team would struggle to stop Bixby High School, I think, at this point, based on how bad they've played. Um, anyways, so we'll see how things continue to go defensively for this team. Certainly have a little bit of respect for Kansas. Obviously, they played well this season. I don't think that you go back and say, well, it's just Kansas. No, I mean, you got to take Kansas for the body of work that they've had this season. So, again, when you look at that, um, when you look at that, you say, yeah, it's a good win. You beat a ranked team, you beat Kansas, but you've got to start stacking good good days and good games together.